Hello and welcome to NDTV 24/7. I'm Rohit Wellington. Let's begin with our top story. Just a few hours to go before the counting of votes will begin. Who will win the big semi-finals? 5 states are eagerly waiting for the results. What will EVMs reveal? The counting will begin in just hours from now. The focus the day before counting was on EVMs. That after the allegations of EVM theft in Varanasi by the Samajwadi Party. Groups of party workers maintained vigil outside the counting centres across districts of Uttar Pradesh. Alok Pandey has this report.
It's a late night vigil for Samajwadi Party workers outside the Lucknow counting centre. Of course, the events of Varanasi yesterday, where the Samajwadi Party alleged that EVMs were being taken out of the counting centre in an illegal manner, have led to more and more workers coming to Lucknow, the Uttar Pradesh's capital, to maintain an all-night vigil. Before I speak to these workers, I just want to walk to that side and show you how all of these Samajwadi Party workers are guarding the areas outside the strong rooms where the EVMs are kept. So these are CCTV cameras here that show you a feed of all the strong rooms where the EVMs are kept. There are double locks on those strong rooms, and they will only be open tomorrow morning in the presence of all authorized personnel. But all of these people here are workers of the Samajwadi Party. They're leaders who've come here after being asked by Akhilesh Yadav yesterday, and they are here and they intend to be here all night. But I just want to go back here and speak to a few people. I want to ask you, आपका नाम क्या है?
देखिए, मेरा नाम आलम खान है।
आलम जी, ये बताइए कि यहाँ क्या आप कल जब अखिलेश जी ने आप लोगों का आह्वान किया उसके बाद आए या पहले से हैं?
देखिए, यहाँ जब से इस चौथे चरण में लखनऊ में जब से चुनाव हुआ 23 तारीख को, उसके बाद में स्ट्रांग रूम में जो है ईवीएम रखी गई। तब से यहाँ पदाधिकारी और नेतागण, कार्यकर्तागण और जितने भी सम्मानित जनता का पूर्ण समर्थन है समाजवादी पार्टी के प्रति। सभी लोग यहाँ पे डटे हुए हैं ईवीएम सुरक्षा हेतु निगरानी में।
आपका नाम?
सर, माय नेम इज शोएब अली, महानगर उपाध्यक्ष ऑल संक्षेप सभा।
Some things happened in Varanasi, but the election commission has taken action. एक additional DM को suspend किया गया है. क्या आप लोग satisfied हैं उस action?
Sir, we are totally satisfied with the statement of given by our राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष माननीय अखिलेश यादव जी. Sir, I need to say something that we are not here to save our EVMs. We are here to save the constitution laid down by the Baba Sahab Bhimrao Ambedkar ji. And this is an attack yesterday which was held in Varanasi. That attack was not on EVM machines or any polling station. That attack was on constitution directly.
All right. What's your name? आपका नाम क्या?
Down by the BJP goons.
मतीन सिद्दीकी, विधानसभा अध्यक्ष बीकेटी से मैं आया हूँ।
मतीन जी, एक्शन तो हुआ है। देखिए, बनारस में इलेक्शन कमीशन ने कुछ एक्शन लिया है। क्या आप लोग सेटिस्फाइड हैं?
माननीय राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी जब प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके और इतनी बड़ी भारी संख्या में वाराणसी में ईवीएम पकड़ी गई, उसको लेकर के जब इलेक्शन कमीशन से कंप्लेन अपील की गई, उसके बाद ये एक्शन हुआ है। और इससे पहले भी यहाँ लखनऊ में 3 तारीख को मजिस्ट्रेट की गाड़ी इसी ईवीएम स्ट्रांग रूम के अंदर घुसी और यहाँ कार्यकर्ताओं ने पकड़ा। उनकी गाड़ी में इतना भारी संख्या में टूल बॉक्स बरामद हुआ, जिसमें हथौड़ी क्या क्या था आप लोगों ने देखा होगा। जिस प्रकार भारतीय जनता पार्टी बेईमानी करने की नियत से पूरे उत्तर प्रदेश में ईवीएम मशीनों को जो मूवमेंट करा रही है बगैर सूचना दिए, जो गाइडलाइन होती है उसका उल्लंघन करने के बावजूद, इसलिए माननीय राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष आदरणीय श्री अखिलेश यादव जी ने आह्वान किया और
आप लोग यहाँ आए?
इसलिए मैं आया हूँ। अपनी मशीनों की सुरक्षा जनता स्वयं कर रही है और उत्तर प्रदेश की पूरी जनता नाराज है भारतीय जनता पार्टी से कि कोई वर्ग खुश नहीं।
ठीक है सर, आखिरी बात आपसे करना चाहूंगा, मैं अपना नाम बता दीजिए।
मेरा नाम है प्रीति तिवारी।
प्रीति जी, यहाँ जैसे आप लोग अब रात भर रहेंगे या कुछ लोग आप लोग रहेंगे और बाकी लोग चले जाएंगे, क्या आप लोग की मतलब रणनीति है यहाँ?
हम लोग की रणनीति है कि हम लोग 3 तारीख से लगातार यहाँ पे संकल्प ले लिया है कि हमें अपने राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष को 10 तारीख को शपथ दिलानी है। जनता ने
पोल प्रीति जी कुछ और ही कह रहे हैं, लेकिन
नहीं, एग्जिट पोल तो पूरा बिका हुआ है। 20 करोड़ में बिक गया है वो एग्जिट पोल। एग्जिट पोल तो बंगाल में भी कह रहे थे, ममता बनर्जी को मुख्यमंत्री नहीं बना रहे थे और बाद में ममता बनर्जी भी वहाँ मुख्यमंत्री बनी। एग्जिट पोल तो वहाँ का फेल हुआ और यहाँ का भी बहुत तेजी से, इतनी तेजी से कल फेल होगा कि हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष 10 तारीख को शपथ लेंगे और जनता ने पूरा परिवर्तन करने का संकल्प कर लिया। इस चीज से बीजेपी वाले घबरा रहे हैं। जब घबरा रहे हैं तो उन्हें ये बर्दाश्त नहीं हो रहा, तो ये लोग ईवीएम का खेला कर रहे हैं। लेकिन इनका खेला नहीं, हम लोग इनका खदेड़ा करके रहेंगे।
So there you have it, host of Samajwadi Party workers here who are going to spend the night here protecting, as they say, these electronic voting machines that are inside, and counting starts tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. With Rajesh Gupta, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
From UP, shifting focus to Goa now, where the BJP, whose relations with the Maharashtrawadi Gomantak party had soured in 2019, is now in hot pursuit of the Sudhin Dhavlikar-led party as exit polls once again predicted a hung assembly in Goa. On the eve of counting, BJP's Devendra Fadnavis, who is in charge of the coastal states, said that the MGP is BJP's natural ally. He, however, added that he is absolutely sure that the BJP will get a thumping majority.
एमजीपी एक स्वतंत्र पार्टी है और ऐसी पार्टी ये किसी के साथ भी चर्चा कर सकती है। चर्चा करने में कोई हर्ष थोड़ी है, लेकिन मेरा अपना मानना ये है कि आइडियोलॉजिकली अगर हम विचार करें या वोटर का हम विचार करें तो नेचुरली बीजेपी और एमजीपी साथ में आना ये बड़ा नेचुरल है।
I personally have discussed a lot of things with them, lot of things with Congress, lot of things with the BJP. We have discussed a lot of things, lot of points, and we will take these all points tomorrow 4 o'clock. We will come to you, media, Patrakar, everybody. This is past 2017 when Pramod Sawantji was not in power. Parrikar was in power. He was on bad. When Pramod Sawantji came to me and met me, said that I want to become the Chief Minister of Bharatiya Janata Party, leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Then I told, I being a senior legislator in the Legislative Assembly, if BJP decide you as a leader, I will support you. I don't want to be in cabinet with you.
I can assure you today that we as a party don't resort to any kind of, we don't need to resort in Goa to any kind of resort politics or any kind of politics where keeping people together.
And BJP's Babush Montserrat told NDTV that BJP is confident that it will form a government on its own. He also said that he is confident that if required, MGP will support the BJP.
Congress have kept all their candidates in a hostel. At the same time, they are very confident that they will be forming the government. They'll say that they won't repeat what happened in 2017. So are there discussions being done with independent or other candidates?
This is the first time in the full country I am seeing that before election some parties keeping their candidates in, hold up. I don't see what is the logic into this.
Are you also in touch with candidates, independent candidates, just in case if there is a hung assembly?
See, we are very confident that we will form a government on our own. And I'm telling you, Goa is going to prove the exit poll wrong tomorrow.
What about MGP? Last question. What about MGP? Do you think MGP will be supporting BJP because they are open for both?
See, I am confident that MGP, if at all is needed, MGP will support the BJP. And MGP has got basically a relationship as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned.
Meanwhile, key Congress crisis manager DK Shivakumar has reached Goa and is tasked to keep the candidates together. DK Shivakumar told NDTV that Goans want a prosperous future, they want to change and that they will elect the Congress party.
Joining me right now is Senior Congress Leader DK Shivakumar. Sir, you have also reached at the resort where all the candidates are present. A meeting is going to be scheduled over here. All the candidates are coming. Is Congress confident for tomorrow, and are these steps being taken because of what happened in the last election?
Past is past. Goans wanted the future. They want a prosperous Goa to be there. They need a change. They will elect a Congress government.
All right, now to Punjab, with all exit polls giving Aam Aadmi Party a clean sweep in Punjab. The party's chief ministerial candidate Bhagwant Mann says that for him, CM means common man, and he said that he will stay a common man even if he gets the top job. NDTV spoke with the AAP chief ministerial candidate.
मैं फिर कहता हूँ कि मेरे लिए सीएम का मतलब कॉमन मैन है। लोगों में रहेंगे, हम लोगों में जाके प्रचार किया, उन्हीं लोगों में जाके काम करेंगे। तो आई डोंट थिंक कि मुझे कोई सीएम बनने से या मुझे कोई पद मिलने से मुझे कोई मेरे दिमाग में कोई सत्ता चढ़ जाएगी या व्हाटएवर। ऑलरेडी मैं बहुत फेमस और शोहरत की बुलंदियाँ मैंने देखी हुई हैं। सो नथिंग इज़ न्यू फॉर मी।
To Uttarakhand now, where former Chief Minister Harish Rawat has claimed that the BJP is trying to poach MLAs, but says that the party is vigilant.
some kind of attempt of poaching MLAs or horse trading happening? Are you
Nothing, we are not
skeptical
apprehensive of that. Our MLAs are quite sincere and they know their tasks and they are aware of the dirty tactics of BJP, and they all are well aware that a person who was known for using these kind of dirty tricks earlier, who has utilized this trick in 2016, engineering defection in our party, is here, and he's working in Plant 2, Plant 3. BJP has all sorts of these kind of things they are spreading.
Now, ahead of the counting day, Manipur Chief Minister seemed confident of a victory. He said that BJP will get more seats than what the poll of polls is predicting. Ratandeep Chaudhary spoke with him.
Tomorrow is a big day for you. The exit polls must have given you a lot of hope. What are your predictions?
Exit polls, as per the different media, like NDTV says yourself has given 30.
We don't do exit poll, we have done poll of polls.
Poll of polls. But even in the exit poll, I personally campaigned along with the central leaders, Honorable Prime Minister and Amit Shah ji and JP Nandadi and others. And I personally feel that this time we are definitely crossing two-third majority. And if something up and down, we will definitely form the BJP own government. I firmly believe.
All right, now to the latest on the Russia-Ukraine war. Explosions were heard across the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv around 1 p.m. local time on Wednesday. This as there were renewed efforts to evacuate besieged Ukrainian cities. Authorities announced a third ceasefire to allow civilians to escape from cities like Kyiv and Chernihiv. And there was intense fighting in Irpin, 20 kilometers from Kiev center. Civilians were seen fleeing as Russians attacked the capital from 3 sides. Meanwhile, Ukraine military released multiple videos of Russian tanks being bombed. Hundreds of Russian tanks, trucks and aircraft have reportedly been destroyed, according to the Ukraine government and the Ukraine military. And Russia military released videos of tanks and attack choppers, this to counter the narrative of Russian tanks, Air Force suffering losses. Russia claimed that humanitarian aid has been sent to Kharkiv, the site of intense fighting.
Its objectives are neither to occupy Ukraine nor to destroy its statehood, nor to depose the existing powers. It is not against the civilians.
Regarding NATO, I have cooled down regarding this question a long time ago. After we understood that that NATO is not prepared to accept Ukraine, the alliance is afraid of controversial things and confrontation with Russia. So the conditions regarding NATO is not conditions for Ukraine. It's a precondition for NATO. I think this is the right this is the right of NATO. This is their decision. I never wanted to be a country which is begging something on its knees. And we are not going to be that country, and I don't want to be that president.
So there were evacuation efforts from cities like Sumy, Kiev and Irpin amid this possible thaw between Russia and Ukraine, previous efforts to establish safe evacuation corridors have largely failed due to attacks by Russian forces. And special train with 600 Indian students from Sumy University has arrived at the Lviv railway station. They will travel to Poland and are expected to board evacuation flights to India on Thursday. In a major outreach to the youth, Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao announced in the State Assembly on Wednesday that 91,142 government jobs were being notified immediately and that this would cost 7,000 crore rupees annually.
మొత్తం తెలంగాణ మన ఉద్యోగుల విభజన చేసిన తర్వాత మొత్తం ఈ రోజు 91,147 ఖాళీలు ఏర్పడాయి అధ్యక్ష. ఈ 91,142 ఉద్యోగాలకు ఈ రోజు నుంచే మొత్తం నోటిఫై చేసేస్తారు అధ్యక్ష. టుడే ఇట్సెల్ఫ్ పర్మిషన్ ఇచ్చింది అధ్యక్ష గత డిసెంబర్లోనే. ఈ వివాదం అయిపోతే చేద్దాం అనుకున్నాం. ఈ రోజు నేను అధికారికంగా ప్రకటిస్తా ఉన్నా. ఇందులో 11,103
Major announcement by Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao in the Telangana Assembly, where he has said that there are going to be 91,142 direct jobs for youth in the state. This announcement, in fact, he asked youth to expect it yesterday at a public meeting at Vanaparthi. And yes, the state government has been under a lot of pressure from the opposition parties and also youth organizations, which have been saying that even though jobs for locals or employment for the youth was something that was promised during the Telangana struggle, but that it has not materialized and that has not fulfilled the dreams of the people. Today, the Chief Minister saying that it is because of various reasons. He in fact listed out the reasons because of which they were not able to do this earlier. He pointed out that they wanted a change in the presidential order 371(1)(d), which is an article of the constitution, and that they had managed to achieve this only very, very recently. And that's why now they are saying that Telangana in fact is going to have the highest reservation in government jobs for locals, 95% as opposed to the earlier 60 to 80%, and not just for lower level jobs but even for up to group 1 services there will be 95% reservation for locals, and even the 5% open quota the people can apply also under the local candidates can apply under the open quota as well. The financial implication of all this is going to be about 7,000 crore rupees, and what the Chief Minister has said is that out of this 91,142, you have about 11,103 who are contract employees who should have been regularized a long time back. Once again, he blamed some political parties for going to court and creating certain obstacles, and now they are all going to be regularized. And yes, direct recruitment also, the notifications are going to be issued immediately. One must point out that yes, KCR is working, one must say quite pointedly towards the elections that are due in the state in the next year to 2023 by December, because the last elections were held in December 2018, and he has said that the issues of power and issues of water, all those have been addressed by major projects and works undertaken by the government, and that the next on the agenda is employment to so many youth. Also pointing out that yes, government employment is a very minuscule portion of the employment generation, but he believes that the kind of ecosystem that has been created in Telangana allows for more number of jobs in the private sector as well. So this major announcement now, opposition parties, in a sense, one of their main points of criticism suddenly being taken away from them by this announcement of the Chief Minister.
Right, that's a wrap on this bulletin from the entire team. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.